breaking news, local news, York sports, and more. Go to YorkDispatch.com. Just before the dream turned into history, it's now time to ask what Barack Obama can realistically do and what time frame he can do it in. Today we're asking 3 York County residents these questions. Can I first please ask you to introduce yourselves?
I'm Leanne Strine. I live in this city. I'm the current first VP for the York NAACP. And I'll leave it alone here.
I'm Ruth Harvey. I live in Manchester Township, and I am the pastor of Trinity UCC in downtown York.
Hi, I'm Victor Fields, and I live in East Manchester Township, and I am the organist and choir director at Trinity Church in downtown York and dean of the York American Guild of Organists chapter.
Okay, thank you. Now, from Friday's press conference, we know that the president-elect wants to work on the economy. But let's please start off with your thoughts of what he can do.
On the economy, what can he realistically do? We are in such a quagmire right now. I'm not sure what he can realistically do. It takes all of us to get in and do what we need to do. We need to look at our spending. We need to look at our budgets. We need to look at our family issues, where we can cut, where we can save. So I'm not sure what he can realistically do. It's pretty much back on us.
Well, I think that he may be able to assure the rest of the world that we're actually working on this. I'm not sure what all it's going to take to turn this around, but I think if others, the rest of the world believes that we're really working on it and they can see some progress and just not throwing more money into, say, pretty much so a sinkhole, then I think that may begin to help things to stabilize, not only in this country, but on world markets, and I think that would be extremely helpful.
And I believe realistically that Barack Obama is a person that will reunite the American citizens to have faith in the economic disasters that we're currently facing. And once we face our fears, we can then turn around and begin to address the needs. And I believe he will be a vital role in assembling a team of experts on both sides of the political spectrum to come together and figure out what's wrong, how to fix it, and how to slowly make the right decisions to turn us around moving forward. And beyond that, that is the realistic expectation that I think he is trying to figure out, and finding the right people to work with him to be able to tell the people, all of us, what we need to do to figure out how to get out of this mess and turn around and figure out which way to move forward.
Okay, staying on the subject of the economy then, how long will this take?
It will take as long as it takes. I don't believe there is a time frame. Would certainly like to see something happen immediately. Like to see some kind of evidence that the new policies are going to be working, that what we have to do for ourselves will be working, but just not sure how long it would take. Would like to see some significant, I don't know, change or some evidence that we are making a dent. And I think the world will leave us know. We're all kind of in this one great big world together. With the U.S. right now where they are, the rest of the world is watching us. If we can stabilize, they'll stabilize. So I would hope 6 months, I would hope we could see something, some kind of evidences.
I think to see significant change, it will probably be a year. And the reason I'm saying that is that, first of all, we need to be realistic. We didn't get in this mess overnight, so it's not going to be an overnight solution. I think with having Warren Buffett and I think it's T. Boone Pickens and Bill Gates sitting down with him and helping him to begin to sort through, along with the other experts that we do have in this country that have not been named and have been advising him, I think we'll see some small steps to begin to be put in place to hopefully stop the bleeding. And then as we move forward, it won't be just stopping the bleeding, it will actually be going in and correcting the problem so that we don't see this happen once again, because we do have the potential to do that if we don't correct it in its entirety.
And I agree with what Ruth has said, because it has taken a long time for us to get into this mess, and realistically to expect to put a time frame on that is unrealistic as far as I'm concerned. If we take a look at the current conditions day by day, we see what the stock market is doing. And so you cannot expect to build and change if we don't know where we're coming from. We know that people are losing their jobs every day. We hear about it on the news. So obviously thousands of people are losing their jobs. Here we are in the early part of November, and we just learned 200,000-300,000 people have lost their jobs. So to expect that turnaround is not going to happen, because we don't know where the economy is taking us. We hear reports on what the auto industry is suffering and the housing industry is suffering. So if people don't have jobs, how can you expect a turnaround? So we have to, as Pastor Ruth said, find the right people. Barack Obama has to find the right people, politicians, economists, business leaders, billionaires, whatever it takes to figure out a way that he can reunite the hope that there's a better day on the horizon. And when that will be is nobody's guess at this point, because I think it's going to take an awful long time, because there are thousands and thousands of Americans that are hurting and suffering.